Hello and welcome to the Watering Hole. Thanks for checking out this clip. Don't forget to like and subscribe because that'll make the baby Jesus cry, and I know how much you guys love making the baby Jesus cry. Hello and welcome to my channel. Vice Rhino here. We have Cirrus back over there. Hi, Cirrus.
Speaking. I mean, hi.
Yeah. So if you were following along Cirrus's stream, Cirrus has had a bit of a rough one. So go over to their channel and donate money to their stuff. Yeah, it's twitch.tv/Necosaurus, which I've been streaming with you for an embarrassingly long amount of time to have just learned this, but I think it was just last week that I learned what Neko means.
Yeah? Cat?
Yeah, and it was a week that you weren't on.
I was being told that some stuff happened while GE was on.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I learned some things. But also, you know what? Oh, yeah, my Twitch chat is getting mad because I took away the hat redeem. Yeah, I'm not feeling the hats tonight, so I turned it off. I will turn it back on later. But
I'm gonna be honest, I learned with redeems eventually to turn them off for videos that are being recorded because I don't know if it's ADHD brain or what, but it makes me squirrel. I'm just like, oh god, there's this thing, and now suddenly I've spent 2 minutes talking about that instead of the topic.
Yeah, I do that anyway, so I don't really feel like that will affect anything. Yeah, no, but yeah, you had your little session over on your channel where you explained everything that's going wrong in your life, but I feel like it's time to pay attention to me though, because I have problems in my life as well. You see, this morning when I took the dog out for a walk, when she woke me up at an ungodly hour, and I took her out for a walk, and then I slipped and fell on my bottom.
Wait, you too? So
God damn it, Cirrus, why you gotta one up me all?
So it is a one up because for mine it was 2 dogs. So I had my friend come over to look at the well to try to figure out what was going on because my friend's a contractor. So I was like, hey, can you diagnose what the hell is going on? I don't have running water. While they were down at the well, I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring Growlithe and Chip down there because they could use a walk, and it's been a little bit. They've got a big backyard, so usually I don't have to. I strung them together with one of those like leash cords and got them both in harnesses. And as soon as I started walking with them, they ran downhill in the slippery wet, and so I went down, just down. I don't even know if it's technically downhill. I just went on the ground.
See, I can't even blame the dog though. She didn't pull me down. Like, she's too small to pull me down. It was just really slippery out, and I didn't realize how slippery out it was because I was tired and groggy because she woke me up at friggin' 5:30 in the morning or whatever it was. But yeah. So I can't even jokingly have a problem without you having the same problem or worse.
It was funny too because my friend who was looking at the well just looked at me like as Growlithe and Chip knocked me over and went, yeah, I saw that coming. I just wasn't going to say anything.
Why wouldn't he say anything? You could have hurt yourself.
Look, good friends are the ones that will laugh at you when you fall, but they'll pick you back up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, also, so my partner, as many of you may or may not be aware, is studying psychology. She's going for a master's in psychology to be a therapist. And she was reading in a book, one of her course books. I think it's a course book, or it might just be one that's related to the course that she picked up on her own. I don't know, because she eats that stuff up. But it was talking about how cultures of privacy can actually, like, they actually exacerbated the problem of like women being oppressed throughout history. So like the idea that like, oh, you don't talk about what happens in your home with anyone outside the home. And so then that meant that someone that might need resources, might need help to, you know, go talk to someone else, they would not feel comfortable doing that. And even if they did feel comfortable doing that, the other person that they were talking to, there was a good chance that they would just be like, oh, why are you telling me this? This isn't my business. Keep it to yourself. And so all this culminated in an explanation as to why me talking about the experiences that I've had experimenting with shoving things up my butt live on stream is actually good for society.
Because you're communicating.
I'm helping to normalize having these ordinarily private discussions in a very public way.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually, my Doctor Who review video thingy that you uploaded like 2 weeks ago just went up yesterday, I think. And one of the comments I got on it that I completely forgot we went off on that tangent was like someone being like, yeah, no, that wasn't a bad video, but like, did you really have to spend 5 minutes talking about shoving things up your butts? And I was like, I'm doing it for society, God damn it.
That's it makes sense though, because it coincides with a lot of the stuff that I've been researching as well. Because I've not been able to produce my normal amount of content, I've been consuming more content, because that's what you do when you can't do your job, is you go watch other people do their jobs.
Yeah. And that's how we ended up watching an hour-long video on Rule 34.
I'm only 30 minutes into it. The other 30 minutes is Schrodinger's to me right now.
Yeah, it's good.
It is a good video. But no, I started on I want to say a mental health journey, but more of like researching more mental health stuff and just finding a lot more about atomization of society than I knew about before. Yeah. And how a lot of our because I used to have the common thought of, no, we don't have more mental illnesses in society right now. We have a better way of diagnosing them and therefore more naturally crop up. And as I've been doing more research, I'm like, oh, wait, no, actually, because our brains have neuroplasticity, we do have more mental illnesses because we are isolating and atomizing ourselves more. And that leads to us adapting and creating what's called maladaptive habits, which can lead to mental illness because our brains are neuroplastic. I just fixated on that entirely. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure Heidi over there will be able to tell you all about maladaptive coping mechanisms and everything. But yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on in my life. So obviously, feel pity for me now. Cyrus has had enough. Actually, it was kind of funny. I resubbed to your channel.
Yeah, you own my channel now, apparently.
Yeah. But as I was doing that, I was like one click away from the final checkout thing when you started going off on like, oh, and I'd also need to thank Vice Rhino for this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, God damn it! Now if I hit the button, like,
it's gonna look more conceited.
Yeah, like no, I was just already doing that. But yeah, everybody go give a sub to Cyrus.
I also need to say Ravi, two people. One person whose name starts with a G, but I don't want to say the real name because PayPal. And Ravi, because I do recognize Ravi's name. Both just donated a not insignificant amount. Ravi donated $500 to the stream, which is about a little under a fifth of what the estimates I've been looking at say for well repair. It says anywhere between 1,000 and like 2,750, which is a lot more than I have in my bank account.
Burst pipes are no fun.
It's so Rhino. It's not a burst pipe. It's the well pump.
Oh,
it's okay. The well pump is dead.
Yeah, all right. I don't know. I'm on city water, so I don't understand all your well stuff.
I know more about it now than I was comfortable with like a week ago.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, I am on Fort Erie, the town that I live in, is the most expensive town for water in all of the Niagara Peninsula. Like, when I lived in Welland, our water bill was like $200 every 6 months. And like, that's like, it was a low enough bill that like they only billed you every 6 months. And it was like $200. Mm-hmm. In Fort Erie, if I don't use a single drop of water, just for the privilege of being connected to city water, it's $100 every month. It's so fucking expensive.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see his speech, but I saw that someone was saying sip, so I guess somebody redeemed a hydrate.
Drink up.
Yeah, I'm not drinking alcohol tonight. I dipped a sandwich in my scotch earlier today as part of a bit that I was filming. And that was enough.
Oh?
That was enough for me. That would be like if I made a perfectly good ham, Swiss, and spinach sandwich for lunch. This is what I do. I make eating my lunch part of a bit, because this really is my lunch. Then pouring myself a nice glass of 12-year-old scotch and deciding to dip the sandwich into that scotch, and then being like, oh, God, that is fucking disgusting. That's downright evil. My God, scotch is the devil in this analogy. This delightful scotch has an aroma of honey mustard, spinach on the palate, bit of Swiss cheese in there. It's not supposed to taste like that. This is what it's like being a goddamn YouTuber. You get hungry while you're recording and think, how can I turn eating my lunch into a bit? And that's what we get. That is disgusting. Why would I do that? This is awful. Oh. Oh. Why did I do that?
Barn Owl says Vivek also dropped. Yeah, and I'm happy because Vivek was so Ron DeSantis is the cruel and able-bodied dictator in my mind, and Vivek was the fucking cartoon villain.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I didn't even remember to look into this one, but Putin declared he declared that he owns Alaska now.
Yeah, his reasoning is that the contract between the U.S. and Russia, where we bought it for, I think it was $7 million at the time, was considered null and void. He just went like, no, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take back Alaska.
Yeah. No, I mean, hopefully that's all just bluff and bluster.
So he said he was going to pull the nuclear option if he didn't get his way over in Ukraine 8 months ago.
Yeah.
At this point, he's a limp-dicked dictator, and he's going to say whatever he can to keep his people looking at him like, yes, look, he is strong. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Blaine says that contract is 156 plus years old. Yeah.
Yeah, it predates current Russia, the existence of Russia, and it predates the existence of the USSR and goes back to before Russia was Russia and the USSR, back when it was Russia again. So I feel like when the country goes through different states of existence like that, then its treaties from 150 years ago don't necessarily mean anything.
We have existed as a country that had Alaska for longer than Russia has existed as a country that did not have Alaska, or as a country at all.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, Alaska would be one of the worst places for Russia to try to invade. Alaska's a very red state. We have a lot of people with guns there.
Okay. No. Per capita, you have a lot of people with guns, but if you don't have a lot of people there, period.
Look, I'm sure Zod could get 3 people to rally to his defense there. Maybe 4.
At least.
At least.
And hey, we've seen what the Ukrainians can do when they're determined and there's only a few of them versus a bunch of Russians.
Look, when I was up in Alaska hanging out with them, there was at least one other person in the chicken and waffles place we went to. At least, maybe 2. So I have a funny story for you on that front, actually, Rhino. So I recently, a friend of mine said, "Hey, what gun do you have for home defense?" Because when Call for an Uprising was doing his shit very loud and very publicly, I got a gun for home defense. It's a 22 though, which doesn't have a ton of stopping power. So he was like, "Hey, probably need to get you something that has more stopping power and has hollow point rounds, so that when you use it, it doesn't go into the drywall and hurt your dog or anything. Like if you're gonna have a self defense gun, get a self defense gun that actually does self defense well." So I said, okay, we go to a gun shop to look at stuff. I found this Glock that I kind of liked, and I sit down to do my application process for registering to get the firearm, because every time you get a firearm, at least here in Georgia, you register so that they know who has what thing with what serial code.
Mm-hmm.
Funny story. So I had to submit for a background check because that was the policy they had there. I submit for the background check. Usually it comes back within a few minutes. For some reason, their system said that it could not come back that quickly. So they gave me a piece of paper that said, we have until the 19th to get your background check. If we don't get your background check in time, then we are legally allowed to just sell you the gun anyway without background check.
Oh my God.
I'm just sitting there like, then what the fuck is the point of the background check? What's the point of having me do the fucking background check if you've got a clause that says, hey, come back in a week and you can just get it anyway? Why the fuck is this here?
That makes no sense. Oh.
It's just one of those things where, like, if somebody wants to tell me that it's not easy to get a gun in the American South, I'm just like, no, I went and fucking did it. It's blindingly easy.
Yeah.
Republicans, everybody.
Adam Broughton says, I'm so glad it's way harder to get deadly weapons in Canada. The whole idea of concealed carry freaks me out, and I'm in the military. Yeah, no, I still remember the first time I was in an airport and I saw people in the military just walking around the airport with their machine guns slung across their shoulder. And it made me super duper uncomfortable. Like, I know these are people in the military, so they're theoretically trained in how to use these things properly. So they're not going to just accidentally shoot me, but like, I'm like just a couple meters away from this killing machine that like at the whim of the person carrying it, or even accidentally maybe, is so easy to just like kill a bunch of people with the thing.
I'm the opposite. Concealed carry doesn't freak me out too much, because in my brain, that's just somebody trying to make sure that they have self-defense. The thing that freaks me out is the open carry, because those are the people that are like, look at me, I got my Kalashnikov on my back, and it sounds American enough for me.
They're the ones that are looking for the brown person to look at them the wrong way and say, I was afraid for my life, that's why I shot.
I know how to use this thing.
Yeah.
You better not act uppity. Like those people. Like, nah, those are the ones that freak me the fuck out.
Yeah. I don't know. They all freak me out. Get your guns away from me.
Our guns have cooties. Keep them away.
Indeed.
I was at the gym, and while I was just in the stall, I heard somebody listening to Jordan Peterson on their phone, like in full blast volume. And I'm just sitting there like, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to just imitate everything he's saying.
No, just
in a Kermit the Frog voice.
No, just from the stall, you put on your frog voice, and you're like, it's not easy being green.
It's not easy not having my reputation dismarred by the bar.
Oh my God. His fucking sanctimonious rant that he went on with that was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking hilarious. Like, nobody cares, man. Like, you have this played up in your head as if it's like this epic battle that's going to save the world, but it's just like, you have to not be a douche canoe promoting stuff that is actively like the organization that you are a member of, that your membership is like, your ability to practice is determined by your membership in this organization. You can't be promoting stuff that this organization has found to be false and harmful.
Also, he's openly tweeting against the World Health Organization right now.
Yeah.
I saw that. Someone very pissed at the WHO.
Someone was calling him a Dalek because he was like,
he's angry
at WHO. You must be eliminated, exterminate the WHO. It's just like, yep, that's a Dalek.
I need to get more Daleks for my magic decks. Anyway.
Okay. So that's it for the news tonight. Oh, Naramda Putz is a 5-month member. It says Hyperbolize shows up as a real world in dictionaries according to a Google search. That's unexpected. No, it's not unexpected. It's because I am smart. I'm very smart and I know words. I word good.
You word good?
I word good.
Dina the Nerd, thank you for the follow. But also you word good.
Yes. Actually, speaking of which, I just remembered I did an experiment on Twitter where one of my videos was it was the Lady Ballers one. That was
the dislike experiment?
Yeah. So that was my most disliked video on the channel. And when I started, it had let me took a screenshot. I'm not going to share it, but I can at least look at it so I can tell you what numbers I'm working with. Okay,
Jesus
so when
Christ.
I began my experiment, it had 90 likes and 40 dislikes. That's 69% likes. Nice. And so then I posted like this. This is my lowest like to dislike ratio on the channel. So since it's already trashed, may as well do an experiment. I've heard that disliking a video still gives it a little boost in the algorithm. So I posted on Twitter and be like, okay, everybody, I want you to go and dislike this video. You don't have to watch it. You just dislike it. And a bunch of people did. It is now sitting at 222 dislikes on 113 likes. So now it's 33.7% is the ratio. And so that's, what are we at? 222? Calculator, 222 minus 40. I should be able to do that in my head. It's 182. So we've gotten 182 dislikes. And if I go to my analytics, since I posted the experiment, I've gotten 831 more views. Now, I know there are going to be some people that saw my post and clicked on it and then didn't, like, they neither liked nor disliked it. But I don't get a whole lot of engagement on my Twitter posts or my text posts on YouTube or whatever. So I feel like this actually was, like, this successfully shows that it's a boost in from the algorithm rather than just the people that clicked on it. So yeah, successful experiment. Also, well, it was kind of a bit of a trick for like my regular channel for me to have an excuse to like promote my other channel, be like, hey, go click on it. And then while you're there.
Yeah. See if we can get it to 20% dislikes. Like 20, like there's 20% likes and 80% dislikes.
God damn it. Okay, I will. Hello. Stop.
Hello.
And welcome to my channel. Welcome to the watering hole. Okay, I am posting the link to that video in the chats. Everybody go dislike it.
I'm off to Club Bed featuring DJ Pillow and MC Blanky.
Nice. All right. Travis Edrington says, will you and Lily ever resume the Bible through a child's eyes? I don't think so. It's not looking like our life is going to settle down to a stage where we will have time to do that. Like finding time to record that would be difficult right now. And then I would also have to edit it. And yeah, I'm only now just starting to catch up from falling behind in like October. So I don't foresee that coming back anytime soon, which is unfortunate because it was fun. I enjoyed doing that with her.
Hi, girl. Why is it always around this time, Growlith? How do you have an alarm set in your brain for this?
Is it food time?
It's go outside and potty time. I guess she's wired for 10 p.m. Wednesday is the time every time to go.